Welcome to our Part 3 orientation for school year 2020-2021. On a general note, this orientation will be on Google Classroom, how to log in, join classes, navigate, and submit outputs. We will start by opening your Google Chrome browser and click on the Sign In button. So click on Sign In. Type in your school registered email, as well as your reset password. Okay, now you're signed in. Go to the Omnibox and type classroom.google.com. For those who will be using their mobile phones, you may open your Google Classroom application. Okay, once you are in the classroom, you will be presented with classes you have to join. Initially, you only have one class, a sample class under your respective department. But in the next few days, you will begin to see other subject class. You will see an option to either decline or join the class. Decline only if the class is not appropriate for your grade level. Otherwise, you have to click the join button. So in this case, let's click on join. Now you are presented with the default page. Let's go over a few tabs. This is the main menu. Here you have the button to go back to your class list, or you may also find the class list here. So if you want to go back to your class list, you can simply click classes and it will go back to your list of class. Or again, you may view them here. So let's click on our class again. Next, we have the Stream tab. Okay, under the Stream tab, this is where your teacher's announcements and reminders will be posted. Google Meet links for online class and online consultations will also be posted here as demonstrated. So here we have a Google Class link, online class link for August 24, Monday at 10 a.m. Next, we have Classwork tab. Okay, under the Classwork tab, here is where you will see all the learning materials like lesson material, practices, written work, and performance tasks. You'll notice here that there are due dates as seen here. So just be mindful not to miss out on these deadlines. Usually you are given a week to accomplish a task. We will go on the details of how to open these learning materials and how to submit your outputs a little later on. For now, let's go to People tab. Okay, on the People tab, here it allows you to see your teacher, as well as your other classmates who are also connected in the same class. Okay, now let's go back to classwork. So click on the classwork tab. As mentioned, classwork tab contains all the learning materials. For this demonstration, all weeks 1 to 3 learning materials are uploaded. However, in your case, you will only see learning materials designated for that specific week. And as we go along, more learning materials will be posted on your classwork tab. So again, do not be surprised if you only see 1 to 2 learning materials posted. Again, it is uploaded on a weekly basis. So be mindful of the week number. Speaking of week number, let's quickly go over how the class and its materials are labeled. So for your class name, that's this one here. If you notice, the subject class name is there. as well as the grade level. But in our case, we did not put the grade level. So for example, you'll have English class grade 1. Then each topic, that's this here, each topic will be labeled with the quarter. So this is first quarter, and then the topic is subject and verb agreement. Next, each learning material, that's this here, is labeled with the following: week number, the type of activity. Usually we only have 5 types of activities, 5 to 6. So we have lesson, warm up, guided practice, independent practice, written work, and performance tasks. And then it will, after the type of activity, it will be followed by, again, the topic. Beside it, again, you will see the due dates. Now let's try and work on these learning materials. Let's start with week 1, lesson on subject and verb agreement. So all you have to do is click on this section, and then you will see view material button. So all you have to do is click on the view material button. So now you can click on the material. That's this here. It's a Google Doc material. So all you have to do is click. So now you can scroll and read through. I just want to quickly go over this part of the lesson proper. Okay. These are online sources. To view them, you simply would just have to hover or go over the link, click on it, and then it will prompt a YouTube link. Most of the time it's a YouTube link, so just click on it, and then it will prompt you to another tab. So for now, we will click on exit, and then you may go over the other videos as well. So this is how you view your learning material. So now we exit. Then how do we go back to our default page? So all you have to do is click on this class name again, and then click on classwork. Okay, now let's try and do some guided practice. So let's click on this week 1 guided practice under subject and verb agreement. Okay. When you click on this section, you will see view assignment. So let's click on view assignment. So here you will see teacher's instruction, and then it says here that there is an attached file. So all you have to do is click on this file here. So let's click on the file. You will notice once the file is open, you will notice that your name on the top left side is already written there. So in this case, Juana de la Cruz. So this is Juana de la Cruz's material, and it's properly labeled with the week number, the type of activity, and the subject or the topic. So there is really no need for you to type your name on the document itself unless specified in the instruction. So again, it is very, very important that you read the instructions of your learning materials. For the purpose of this demonstration, we will only answer one number, but of course, in your case, you'll have to answer all these questions and review them before submitting. So let's try and answer one. You may want to color your answers if you wish to, for easier tracking or checking of your teachers. Okay, now once you are ready, you have answered all the questions and have reviewed them, all you have to do is submit. So how do we submit our answers? All you have to do is click on the turn in button. Now, turn in button is equivalent to submission. So once you click this, it will immediately be forwarded to your subject teacher. So turn in. Now, however, there may be times wherein the turn in option is not available to you. So all you have to do is click on share. If again, the turn in button is not available, but if it is, just click on turn in. So if it's not, click on share and then click on copy link. Once you've copied the link, go back to your original tab. You can simply click on add, click on link, and then paste the link here, and then click add link. Or if it's a turn in, like we have the option of turning in, we simply click on turn in. It will prompt another tab. Okay, this prompt here is just verifying that this is the document with this file name is what you want to submit. So if it is, just click on turn in. Then immediately this will be forwarded to your subject teacher. Now, if you notice there's a section here for private comments, you can leave a comment to your teacher. And once you have written or typed in your comment, you can simply click on this icon to post. For now, I'll skip that part. Okay. So let's try another activity. You may exit these buttons. Let's click on our class name again. So we go back to the default page and then classwork tab. Now let's try our week 2 activity, which is a week 2 independent practice on subject and verb agreement. Okay, let's click on the section and let us view the assignment. Okay, again, read the instruction. So let's click on the link here. Okay. So this is an example of a Google form. Okay, if you notice, there is a clarification, there's just a prompt here clarifying that this is the email address. This is your email address. So make sure it is yours so that your answers here will go to your proper Google Drive or end email address. Okay, so again, read on the instructions. You are guided here that some questions may have multiple answers. So let's read through. For the purpose of this demonstration, some items we will provide some wrong responses. But of course, in your case, you'll have to try your best to give the appropriate answer. So let's try and answer. Okay, so assuming you have answered all the questions and are ready to submit, all you have to do is click submit. Now, in tests like this, you may automatically be given a score, or there are times wherein it has to be manually checked by your teacher. But for the case of this demonstration, we can already view our score. So for this test, we got a score of 9 out of 10. So let's see where we got our mistake. So green color means you have the correct answer. So we had one wrong answer here. So the correct answer should be place. Now you may ask in this question here, there are 6 correct answers, but why is it you were only given 1 point? Now this really depends on how your teachers have set up the test. So in this case, this question here was set up to have only 1 point. So in order to get 1 point, you have to get all these answers correct. If you get one of the answers wrong, you will get a 0 remark. But if the teacher has set this question to a score of 6 points, that means even if you get 2, 3, or 5 of the items correct, you'll get that particular score. You will not really get a 0 score. So again, it really depends how your teachers have set up the test. So just make sure you read through the instructions and of course the total score. Okay, so for now, let's just wait until the end. But that is it for answering an independent practice in form of a Google form. Okay, now let's exit these tabs here. Let's go back to our class. So click on the class name, default page, and then the classwork tab. Now let's view our week 3 written work under subject and verb agreement. Again, let's view the assignment. Let's read the instruction. Okay. Here in the instruction here, if you notice, the activity is interrelated with the subject civics under the topic East Asia. There may be times where you'll see some of your subject topics being combined for a written work or performance task. This means what your output is for one subject is similar to the other. So you're most likely hitting 2 subject requirements in one output. So in this case, the topic of informative essay is about East Asia. So the information provided is graded under civics. And the paragraph composition in terms of subject and verb agreement is graded under English. So now let's click on the material. Click on the material here. Again, you will notice on the left side, your name is already here. Unless, again, you are instructed to type in your name, then type it. So read the instructions. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I will only type an ellipsis. But of course, in your case, you'll have to provide what is asked of you. Now, once you are done and sure with your answer or your output, you have to again click on the turn in button to submit. But again, let me emphasize, if in any case turn in button is not available, please click on share, copy link, and then go back to your tab, and instead of clicking turn in, click add or create, click on link and paste the link here, and then add link and then turn in. But in our case, since we have a turn in button, so we simply click on turn in. Again, a prompt will be presented verifying that this is the file you want to submit with this file name. If it is correct, then simply click on turn in again. Okay. Now let's go to our last sample activity. This time, it's a performance task. So for week 3, performance task on subject and verb agreement, let's click on the section and let's view the assignment. So for this particular activity, you are asked to create a video recording. You may do this using your phone, or if your desktop has a web camera, then you can use that. Create your video content, then give it a proper file name. So as instructed, it should be with your complete name, grade level, week 3, PT. PT means performance task. Okay, so I have a sample video ready for upload. So this is how we are supposed to upload. As instructed, you have to click add. So let's click on add, click on file, and then go to upload. Browse for the file wherever it is on your desktop or on your phone. So in my case, So if you notice, the material or the file follows the format name, grade level, week 3 PT. So once you're ready to turn in, then turn it in. Again, this is just a prompt verifying that this is the correct file. Then simply click on turn in. Okay. Now, that concludes our orientation on the use of the Google Classroom. You may go over this video again or jump to the parts you would like to review. And you can definitely watch some demo videos online on how to use Google Classroom. Have fun learning the platform, and we'll see you on our part 4 of the orientation for school year 2020-2021.